Welcome back to Bluebell Island for episode 27 with me, MrSealyp. The very first thing that I'm going to do in this episode is finish off sorting out the animals. I had already filled up the Mengele loading wagon with grass, and I've just realised I keep doing this. Why do I keep doing this? This is not where grass goes, that's where water goes. Deary me. A few jobs to do today. A few things to get done. Price for wool is still shocking. Don't know why, it just is. Because this is quite tight, I don't think I'm going to get through... get through there. We'll see. I've got to stop mumbling to myself when I'm doing things. I have had people commenting asking me when I do my kind of musings, when I'm thinking to myself, sometimes I do it quietly and you can't actually hear what I'm saying. Okay, that wasn't so bad. Just thinking, will I get through here with this? Yes, I should do. No problem. Tons of room. Okay. Grass for the cows. I did do a few. The equipment's still waiting over there by field 3. That's not quite ready to harvest yet. Apologies for the delay between videos. I have had a ridiculously busy week. I mean ridiculously busy. As comments that have been left when I've done mod reviews reminding me that modders have jobs and modders can't just... I totally get that. I'm in exactly the same boat. I am not a full-time YouTuber. I do work. And on those busy weeks, often it's incredibly hard. Okay. Is that it? That can't be it, surely. There we go. It's incredibly hard to fit everything in. I am trying my hardest to make it all work, and then on most weeks it does, but this week it has been rather hectic. Okay, we're there. Brilliant. Let's just have a quick check on the animal situation. We are looking pretty good. Right, sheep now, they're done. Water, grass, cleanliness is at 98%, that's not too bad, needs a bit of a tidy up. Pigs are going to need sunflower, no they're not, what am I giving them? Canola. They're going to need canola, that's the only thing they need. And then I think it's just going to be a little bit of bedding for the cows and power food. You've seen me make power food. I've done it with the renovated Keenan Mech Fibre. If you haven't, go back, watch through this series. Just sometimes I say I've done this before, I won't show you, and people will obviously leave comments or message and say, well, how did you do that? Why did you do that? I haven't seen that. Watch through the whole Let's Play. If you're finding me new on this video, this particular video, you've never watched before, go back, watch the rest of the series. It's all very, very good stuff. You'll enjoy it. You should enjoy it. Hey, if I can't blow my own trumpet here, we're going there. Why not? Okay, drop that off. Just stop there and jump out. Okay, bedding. Series 600. Nice little open cab. Do like this. If you don't follow me on Facebook, on my Facebook page, MrSealyp, and you don't follow me on Twitter, MrSealyp, you would have been unaware of a development, and I will clear this up just now. My good friend Alien Jim, who I did a farm tour video with, myself and CDG went to his farm and helped him out, and I did mention around that time that he was making a map that would be released onto the mod hub. He was hoping it was going to be PC and console compatible. However, I think in submitting it to Giants, realised very, very quickly that because of how he'd made it, it was not going to be able to come onto console, which was unfortunate. And he resubmitted it, I think 3 times it was in the end, for his PC version, because he had to change a few things. It is now live. Go over, check it out, download it, give it a like. Even if you don't download it, give it a like. He's put a lot of work into it. It's a fantastic map, and he deserves some success. Well, he deserves a lot of success. So please whiz over and have a look. Did take that one. That should be all I need for straw. That's straw done. Okay, well, the last couple of bits I will finish off screen. I'll sort out, or should I do one load? I'll do one load, why not? Let's go for it. You've seen me do it before, but the animals need doing. This is part and parcel of the farm. If you don't want to watch the feed being made, the total mixed ration, that's not the total mixed ration. Oh dear. You know, some days when you stop and you think, should I start again completely from the beginning, or should I just carry on? I will carry on regardless. So the mech fibre will take 12,000 litres. That will be 1 bale of each, which makes life a lot more easy to deal with. Just a bit of a... There we go. Now I'm using up these hay bales I've got here, but I do have all the ones I need to collect. That's going to be the next job to do. I'll be replacing round ones with square ones. Go. First one in. It's interesting because the Gavile feed mixer, which is down there, the little blue one, will take round bales far easier. This one is far more suited to the square bales, but when all is said and done, it doesn't really matter. Put this back up. Then lastly, into the 200. Couple of buckets of this, and we should be good to go. I'm not going to worry about the little bit extra, because obviously this is just under 2,000 litres and I need 4,000. 2 buckets will be adequate and is all I really need. That's one. There we go, right. It's quite surprising how quickly the time can vanish just doing some very basic tasks. All the little odds and ends around the farm that you kind of do in between other jobs take time. And when you actually then think, well, I'll show that, I'll video that, because I normally skip past it, and you know, people don't always see you feeding them or cleaning them out, and it's all part and parcel of the farm and running it. But it does take time. It's a juggling act. How much do you show? What do you show of something else? And that is fine there. Okay, nearly there. Back in here. The offload chute is to the left. Just there. Perfect, right, okay. We are doing well. That's quite a bit of the job's done, so it's just going to be canola really for the pigs, and that's the feeding of the animals done. They're all topped up, they're all sorted out. And on to the next thing. Marvellous. How are we looking? We're not looking too bad. I think probably one more load, maybe two, of power food, and that's them full. And like I say, canola, that'll be done on the pigs, and the animals are all sorted. Next one of these I will do off screen. There is a job that I need to do before I collect up the bales. I mean, it doesn't matter that I do it before the bales. I could have done it after collecting the bales, but I'm going to do it before, and this is part of my obligation to Baris, I guess. It's not an obligation, but I feel guilty about the sunflower situation, and he did ask me if I could provide him with some digestate. So that is what I'm going to do. I need to... This isn't going to materialise out of nowhere. I'm going to lease this myself, because I'm good like that. Really, really good like that. He's going to pay me in pigs, apparently. We will see, which is kind of ironic as to what I'm hoping to do later on. The Joskin Q-Big liner. I've got to check, because I'm trying to remember who this was. Well, it was Blacksheep Modding, wasn't it? Of course it was. Blacksheep Modding mod. This is the one that is in the slurry tank section, so this will take slurry or digestate, and it is a 32,000 litre tanker. Downside is, it says it requires 175 horsepower to pull. Standard or colour. Exactly the same price, isn't it? 3,040 to lease. Baris, I hope you're watching this. 3,040. Blimey. Mind you, I suppose it's leased, and at the end of the day, part of the money will come back in the pigs that you're going to send me, and that will cover the cost of the lease. The tanker, when you receive it, you can do whatever you like with it. Well, not whatever you like with it, you're going to have to return it to the leasing company, but I suppose, yeah, that's a worry, isn't it? Because if you don't return it, then I'm liable, aren't I? Now, this will pull this no problem at all, empty. This is a big old tanker. Full, I'm not so sure how well it's going to fare. It's a fairly flat island. It's not ridiculously hilly. In part it is, but not all over. So I'm going to take this down. I'm going to do... I'll probably take the slurry from the pigs first, get as much in as I can from that. Then I'll go down to the cows and get 30,000 in there. I could give them 32,000 just to be really, really kind, couldn't I? Fill the thing up. But I'm worried if I fill it up, I'm not going to be able to pull it. So we'll see. It's a good mod, this. I like it. The fact you can have it for water. I think, is there a fuel version? There might be a fuel version. 32,000 litres, that's a nice size tank capacity. Very, very handy. Plus, as with most Blacksheep Modding mods, lots of detail. Lots of great features. Beacon on the top, very, very nice. This is not a mod review, by the way. I'm just kind of filling you in as I go around. The chit chat that happens. So let's go over to the slurry tank, which should be just about here. And let's see, shall we? I think it should be... No. There we go. And the little pipe here, so the little pipe, should start to see. There we go. Our little slurry pipe showing us how full we are. Not very full at all. Okay then. Off to the cows it is. Wow, that didn't take very much, did it? Okay. Well, that'll be... The pig's empty. Considering how many pigs I've got, it's not a lot of slurry, is it? But I have plenty at the cows. So, let's pull up here. Keep an eye on that pipe. That's more like it. Having said that, I've just realised that coming out of the dairy farm, it's up a hill both ways, isn't it? Of course it is, it would be, wouldn't it? Let's fill it to the top, shall we? 32,000 litres of liquid slurry. There we go. Fantastic. Right. Baris, I shall leave this at the docks. I will email you, obviously. If you're watching this video, you're very, very lucky. It will be there waiting for you. You just need to collect it. 32,000 litres. I'm just hoping I've got enough oomph to get up here. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Get a bit of a run up. It's not a particularly steep hill, but... There we go. Right, off to the docks. And I shall leave it there. That's another job done. Well, that's that dropped off. You can come and collect that whenever he needs it. Or whenever he can get something over here to actually collect it. I'm back over to the farm. I'm going to grab the Herbst trailer. I've taken the Fiat Agri back off of it because I wanted to use it in this episode. Suddenly realised, literally as soon as I put the Fiat Agri on the back of it, which is what I kind of bought it for, I thought, I could use that. So the Fiat Agri is off the back, and I'm going to use it. So as you can see, the Herbst trailer is separate, and I've just killed another chicken. I think I've just got to pretend they're not there. Just imagine they're not there, and it's not as much of an issue. I can always get more, I suppose. Now, what I'm intending doing, and this should work again, I hope so. It might not actually, it might only work on main vehicles, mightn't it? Let's see, though. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. I can customise. Brilliant. So, I want it with bale wedge. 570. I don't know why I do that every single time I go to do something. I'm always horrified by how much it costs. I will customise it with a bale wedge. Okay, so as you can see, this section here, as I kind of mentioned before, has now had a bale wedge put in, so the actual flatbed of the trailer runs right the way across to there, which means you can use it for bales and anything else. Plus, I've now got my straps. Lovely chubbly. Right. So we'll get back up. Perfect. Let's go over to where I've left the telehandler. I'm trying to think which field it was in. And let's get these hay bales collected. I've been meaning to do it, and I've been saying I'm going to do it for episodes and episodes now. Right. Pop that there. I will leave it hooked up. And we'll jump into the telehandler. I just realised I probably put that in a really bad position. Never mind. Right, let's see if I can get around behind. Beauty of your wheel steering. Gives you plenty of flexibility with turning. I've had a few issues with the bales recently, which is weird because this bale fork I love and works perfectly, but yeah, I've had a few problems. I don't know what it is that's causing it, but just going to try and get as straight as possible. And close the claws and lift it up. I haven't got to go very far with it. So let's lift that. Now this is definitely one thing I've never been able to do in cab, is loading bales. I struggle enough to do it out of cab. Claws out, forks out, lovely. Okay, now what a lot of people do now, it's not particularly realistic, but you can get away with it. Is strap down the ones you've already put on there, so you can tuck these ones up really nice and close next to them. Only problem being that whilst the physics of the game will allow you to push this next stack of bales through the straps, in reality if there were straps there you wouldn't be able to. So it comes down to, if you're doing it on the screen for a viewing public, generally speaking, no, I wouldn't do that, of course not. If I was playing it myself, I probably would, only because it just makes life a lot easier and stops any horrible mistakes happening. But that's actually not too bad. Drop it right down first. Give it a shove forward. I think that's probably going to be alright. Ah, no, that's the only trouble with telehandlers. Is if you slightly press the wrong button and push the arm forward, it can all go horribly wrong. That's not perfect, but it will do. One strap, two straps. Don't need any more, there aren't any more, that's right, that's fine. Some of these trailers have got like multiple, you end up putting 4 straps per trailer, per bale width, which seems a bit excessive. Now, the problem I have got, the next stack is only 2. If I put this on, it's going to mean... Oh, actually, I'll tell you what I could do. I'll tell you what I could do. Right. I noticed myself not humming, but kind of singing to myself quite a lot. I've never really done that before. I think last episode I did it a couple of times. Just means I'm happy in my work. It's a good thing. Straighten those up a little bit. So what I can do, or say what I can do, what I will do, is put this double at the back here on my bale wedge. Like so. Pulls out and pull away. Perfect. Strap on that. One there. Do I need 2 on there really? I'll put a second one on. And then when I go and get the others, I should be able to fit them in here, and I can always just rearrange that, but it's on for the time being. That's the main thing. Ramps up. Right, this is now going to go off to the next grass field. Whoa, okie dokie then. Let's not turn as sharply as that in future. Beacons on. I do like this trailer. There aren't many things I don't like about Farming Sim. If I didn't like it, I wouldn't play it, would I? Yeah. Generally speaking, if I do a guide to mod review, whatever you want to call it, I kind of pick the mods that I think I would like to use, the ones that I think people are likely to want to use, and occasionally ones that seem a little bit complicated to use and might require, you know, every now and again. When I first started playing the game, you think to yourself, I don't know how to use this, what am I supposed to do with it? And it's just so much simpler to watch a video of someone saying, well actually this is how you use it, this is what you do with it. You come away thinking, right, that was great, brilliant, very, very handy. Yes, you could spend hours and hours fiddling around trying to get it to work, trying to work it out. But if you can just click on a link and find a video where someone else has done all the hard work for you, that was close, why put yourself through it? Actually, I've just suddenly realised I don't even think I'm going to get all the bales on this, because I've got another 2 stacks at the other grass field. I might do, actually, yes, 2, yeah, I'm going to have a fiddle around. I will get this to work. Turn the beacons off. Right, back over and get the telehandler. So, in the time between me driving over here, getting the telehandler and putting another stack of bales on, we've gone into another growth stage on the farm. And just checking quickly into the map. Growth, all of our northern fields are now ready to harvest. 13, 14, 9 is completely ready now because part of it was, part of it wasn't. 10, 11 and 21. Obviously 12 I just bought and that's had some work done, so is 19, so they're not going to be ready yet. Field 15 and field 2 with the potatoes in are on their final growth stage, so they're not going to be long now. And 20, which I've meant to do, has now moved on to that kind of full ready to harvest on its orange now, so that will need to be done too. So all of these ones, the ones I've recently done, once these have all been harvested, they're all going to be repurposed into sunflower as well. So we're moving forward. Everything is working as it should be. Get another stack of these on. So I'm just worrying now that I'm not going to get another stack on. I thought I'd have no problem getting another stack on between this stack and the rear ramps if I took those bales off, but I don't know that I will now. I think probably because I didn't put it right up to the end. With another stack I did, but this stack I haven't. So I'm going to go. Work with me, please. Please. There we go. That will be okay. I suppose the easiest way to check is to do it now. Take those out. Would be to do this, I suppose. Let's get that strap on, that strap on. Take those off. If I try and take this double here and turn it sideways, I don't think I'll have enough room. If I could put it sideways there, and then those two I could just maybe stick up on top or something for the time being, or transport them on the telehandler. That might be easier, mightn't it? Oh, I don't know. Like I say, it's all thinking out loud. Let's put the ramps down. Keep doing that. And let's see what happens. So I'm not sure it's going to work, but I can try it. I can certainly try. Worth a go. So it could be the ramps won't go up. Yeah, that's going to overhang, isn't it? I think. Only just though. That's what's really frustrating about it. It's another one of those strange situations. You think, well, when you're making the trailer, there you go. I don't know. Yeah, I think it just comes down to my stacking. I think it's more the case. It's nothing to do with the mod itself. If I think about it logically, if that was, well, that is pretty much up against the end. If that was butted up and that gap wasn't there, that was butted up, that would be absolutely perfect on there, wouldn't it? So I'm thinking if I undo all the straps, close the tailgate, maybe that will push that back again. But that will take 3 bales that way, no problem at all, and then those ramps will go up. Very nice. Okay, let's just jump in here. Let's try that theory, shall we? Let's see if that pushes them up against it. Alright. There we go. Put the straps on. That's worked out okay. Right, now remember, note to self after last time, turn very, very slowly. Which is what you would do in real life, let's be honest. You wouldn't just go hammering round a bend or turn a trailer around. It's only a double axle trailer and you would be quite dodgy if you didn't. Okay, right. Oh, this Herbst trailer's great. PeterJ, brilliant. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. No, it does mean I'm going to have to move that double stack again. I'm just moving those two around all over the place. But it does... Oh, man. That does have a tendency to want to tip over. It does mean I'm going to have plenty of hay bales to keep me going for the foreseeable future. Let's get those beacons back on. You know, it's funny how you do things without even really thinking about it. I was part way through putting the next stack of 4 on when I suddenly thought, why am I going to take the 2 off to put a 4 on to put the 2 back on again? Why don't I just take 2 off of one stack, put it onto what's already there, and then just put, you know, that kind of makes more sense. I don't know. It dawned on me in the end. It just took a while for the brain, you know, the old brain to get there and think, oh, hang on a minute, I could do this instead. So what I did do was put that last stack on, which was a slightly wonky one, and then that's not that. Let's go over a little bit. Perfect. And then what I did was just gave it all a shove backwards, which I think I might need to do again. Let's open that out, drop that down. So just get the bale spikes in the back. I think that's probably on okay, but all I did was, and I'll do the same thing again now. Apologies if something just popped up on the screen. I need to adjust my settings for notifications because there's that new update on PS4 that's showing followers, and that just came up on the screen, and I'm assuming that did here as well. So just go on there, give them a shove forward. They're all as tight as they can go. I'll sit the last 2 bales on the forks. They'll be transported over on the telehandler. This will all go on like this. Let's put all the straps on. Yeah, this last one's going to have quite a few on. Okay. Somebody did message me a while ago actually. I don't know which ones I did before, and said that when they're doing their bales, they normally just sling 1 strap over each stack. But I suppose it's that belt and braces. Make sure it's all on. Right. Okay. Let's jump in there. Get the back up. That's kind of worked all right. I really do need to take my time with this going back though. So this will now head over to the dairy farm. Nice and gently. Beacons on. Like I say, you never know. Better safe than sorry. Just to warn all those potential people that might be, you know, I don't know, ramblers. There might be ramblers. Who knows? There could be. Someone could just suddenly come walking out of the undergrowth. Although how they got here, I don't know. But never mind all that. Let's get back. This goes back to the dairy farm, and I have one last task that I need to complete in this episode, or that I've set myself to complete. I don't have to complete it in this episode, but I kind of, when I'm preparing to do episodes, I kind of think, what am I going to do, what needs to be done, what can I fit in with the time I've got, and this is a task that I wanted to get done in this episode. There is way more harvesting to be done, and I am waiting on those potatoes with eager anticipation. So with the bales dealt with, I'm back at the store. There's a reason for being back at the store, and that's for the next job that I'm going to complete. I have decided I'm going to sell some of my pigs, which I said I would probably do. Get myself back down to 60, which I think of what I started with. I'm going to take them back down to 60. To do that, I'm going to need obviously an animal trailer. The options available are the massive Artmechanics one. Where are my animals? The Joskin Betamax, which is what I used last time. The MrSealyp AM19, But there's also this little beauty, this small Artmechanics mod. And this is a nice one, the CSP-32 by Vanquish081. And it goes on to hook lift. So I thought I'd give that a go. There are so many different hook lift options available out there at the moment, and I thought, you know what, I'll have a fiddle around and see what I want to do. To lease, it's only 2,280. I'm not going to buy it. I don't move the animals around that often, but my options are many and varied, and I'm thinking I might go with, oh, I don't know, should I go with yellow? I haven't really done a yellow before. Light blue? No, that's powder blue. It's a bit baby blue, isn't it? That's what I haven't done for a while. This is going to annoy some people. I haven't done MrSealyp green. Let's do MrSealyp green. Lease. So I've leased that. And what I'm also going to lease then is a hook lift attachment or attaching unit. So I'm going to go into my trailers and I'm just going to go with the standard ITRunner. I'm not going to go with anything fancy or silly on this. Main colour, I'm going to go with the same. Why not? And that's going to cost me 4,250. This is all out of my own pocket. This is not. I'm not. You know, sometimes these things appear part of the narrative. Someone sent me something. This is something I want to do. Something I've chosen to do. I could have just leased the Betamax trailer, but I thought I would do something a little bit different. So I thought I'd try out the one from Vanquish081. It's an interesting little thing, isn't it? Look at that. CSP-32. I think this takes 12 pigs at a time, I think. But what I've suddenly realised is, I walked over here. Well, actually I didn't walk over here, I was sorting out the bales on the telehandler, which is just there, the last two, and walked over. I haven't got a tractor, so I'm going to go and get a tractor to sort this out. So bear with me, I'll get a tractor, I'll be back in a bit and I'll sort this out, and then we'll get some pigs sold. That's what I'm going to be doing to finish off the episode. Give this a go and see what it's like. I bought the mighty Bureau up to help me with my task. For you, mere moments. For me, a while. I have been doing a bit of editing, getting this episode together before recording this last bit. And although I have promised, or I said I would go and collect the pigs in this episode, it won't be this episode. It's going to be the start of the next one. I've just realised what the time is, and we're up to, well, knocking on 40 minutes. So this will take a while. It's going to do 12 pigs at a time, so I'm going to sell probably 36-ish, something like that. So it's going to be 3 runs with this setup. That will be at the start of the next episode. We finished off feeding the animals. I've sorted out the slurry for Baris, the digestate, which he can come and collect. We've finally got all the hay bales off the fields and used the very, very awesome Herbst trailer, which I really, really like. But we have come to the end of another episode. I hope you've enjoyed it. Whether you found it informative or not, whether you've just found it a bit of fun, whether you've just sat and enjoyed watching for the last half an hour or so. If you have, give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.